Today, we find ourselves the target of punitive tariffs on Canadian aluminum and steel under pretext of a 232 national security provision. Let me be clear. These tariffs are totally unacceptable. For 150 years, Canada has been the United States' most steadfast ally. Served alongside Americans in 2 world wars and in Korea. From the beaches of Normandy to the mountains of Afghanistan, we have fought and died together. Canadian personnel are serving alongside Americans at this very moment. We are partners in NORAD, NATO, and around the world. We came to America's aid after 9/11, as Americas have come to our aid in the past, and we're fighting together against Daesh in northern Iraq. The numbers are clear. The United States has a $2 billion surplus in steel trade with Canada. And Canada buys more American steel than any other country in the world. Indeed, we account for half of U.S. steel exports. Canada is a secure supplier of aluminum and steel to the U.S. defense industry, putting aluminum in American planes and steel in American tanks. That Canada could be considered a national security threat to the United States is inconceivable. These tariffs are an affront to the long-standing security partnership between Canada and the United States, and in particular, an affront to the thousands of Canadians who have fought and died alongside their American brothers in arms, comrades in arms. The ties of commerce, friendship, and in many cases, family between Americans and Canadians are undiminished. Indeed, they have never been stronger. The government of Canada is confident that shared values, geography, and common interests will ultimately overcome protectionism. But as we have constantly said, we will always protect Canadian workers and Canadian interests. Minister Freeland is here to outline our retaliatory measures. This morning, I called the opposition leaders to inform them of our response. I want to be very clear about one thing. Americans remain our partners, our allies, and our friends. This is not about the American people. We have to believe that at some point, common sense will prevail. But we see no sign of that in this action today by the U.S. administration.